Teaching children about money shouldn't be scary. Sign up today for an I Can Be account and let your child take their first steps towards financial stability. Stand big. It can be.
The Denny J Show.
Zvanga zviri down up tauraitirwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean Andy.
It's time!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Denny J Show. For sure.
Salibonani makaya igama Becky K sila lo Denny J bekunesikhathi singakabuya ngithi bekunesikhathi singakakhuluma izinto eziningi bezenzeka and sasiphendukile kodwa sesila unjani Denny
Both. We're not even going to complain because we love the belly, right? Nash, the belly is our thing, right?
Yeah, we love.
Of course.
If
only we could understand, we'd go a little deeper.
No, bengibatshela nje ukuthi bekunesikhathi singakakhulumi singakahlangani.
That's right.
You know, imisebenzi beyimningi and all of that. So kodwa sesitholile isikhathi sesihlezi phansi sezokhuluma lani ke namhlanje.
Yebo. Yeah. We've been gone for a minute.
Crazy, yeah.
The people were missing us. Were they missing us?
Yeah, they were. Some were even coming to my inbox and I'm like, because when I want to pin them inbox, what in your serious?
Sounds as a show,
Yes.
All right.
Shanga should is a show.
What
else would it be about?
Just checking.
Yes.
We're back and we were away.
Yes, we were away. Danny was very busy, guys. He was making lots of money. And
everybody knows Becky around this time has so many weddings and gigs. Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody knows, so we're lucky we could get a hold of Becky today for this episode.
Wow.
And I think whenever you guys don't see us posting stuff, it's because Becky's busy. Go to her inbox like you did, then she'll make it happen.
Here we are. More busy than Mighty Samba.
Come on now. Becky's hot property.
I was about to say to go Mighty Samba, Hi Mighty Samba. But you need to just stop like the whole blame thingy. Becky busy. You were busy too.
No, Becky, you're always busy.
Okay. Yeah. I was busy a little.
Thank you.
Becky was busier. Okay, we were busy.
Thank you.
But we're here.
But we're here, and we got lots to talk about. We got lots and lots of stuff to talk about. First of all, thank you for taking care of me on the show. Yes, Nash, thank you for taking care of me on the show.
Nash been taking care of you on the show?
Nash takes care of me all the time. He makes sure I'm well fed.
That's right.
Nice. Thank you, Nash.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, we don't want a hungry Becky.
No, you don't want a hungry Becky.
Yeah.
You don't work.
So it's been like almost 4 weeks. So much, so many things have happened.
Plenty.
We have so much to talk about, and I think it's a whole lot of stuff. So we're gonna just talk.
We can start with the last episode.
Oh yeah.
From Bonama comments
Yes,
because no people were coming at me on some bias stuff like.
Yeah. No, Becky, your face was showing. A lot of people were. Nash, you saw a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Becky, we are troubling Becky in this episode," and you had a lot to say to Holly 10. Do you hate Holly 10?
No, I don't.
Do you love Holly 10?
I love Holly 10.
Okay.
I love Enza.
So why weren't you showing him love on that last?
No, I was just trying to listen to what he was saying. So, process period. And then you try to process what they're saying. And then you're like, okay, do I agree with this or not? That's where I was.
Yeah, I think we were definitely biased on that one, and for good reason.
Were you biased on that one?
No, actually, yeah.
But
for me, I think I didn't take that as like a normal interview because the V11s, with regard to just regular interviews, were very objective. But with regards to this one, it was like a big brother speaking to his two little brothers.
It was.
And Holly 10 is the vocal young brother who's always just starting fights with everybody.
No, but in this case was Enzo.
No, Enzo is super cool.
So Holy 10 is the one who was just
Enzo was like the victim in this regard because Holy 10 is always talking about Zim Dancehall being dead and castigating everybody and so on. So Enzo was really trying to explain that Zim Danso is not dead. And I agreed with his viewpoint. And so did you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agreed with a lot that was said there, and I also disagreed with a lot that was said there. Holy Ten was taking his point from Zim Dancehall is dead in the sense of the legacy that they are leaving. Not that good to the artists. And that's where I thought he was taking the whole statement that Zim Dancehall is dead. I thought his focus was on the artists. But he clearly came out and said, no, it's not about the artists. It's the legacy that they're leaving behind. That's when we came into the whole drug culture and all of that. But it's everywhere.
But Holy Ten beefs with people for fun. He actually says it. Even if you were to watch his interviews right here on the channel, you can go check it out. Yeah. He beefs for fun. He does that. He knows how to get people's attention, and he's always starting something. So, so if you really know what Holy Ten is about, a lot of the stuff he says, he actually doesn't mean it like that.
Keeping you entertained.
But of course, Holy Ten is like a big friend of the podcast, right?
No,
he's been here 2 times now.
He is. So here's some of the comments that came on. Cryptic Optimist says, this was one hell of a show. Thank you, Boys Detonas TV. Loved how the 2 gentlemen settled their differences, but then still decided to unsettle them for the sake of just unsettling them. Enzo is smart. Holly is cunning, but overally, Holly is still a kid to want to challenge Enzo. I think this was about the whole City Sports.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I laughed. I'm like, what? You're asking for a dick.
But people could see whose side you're on. It was so clear on your face. I'm sure you played it back, right? So
I did.
You were like surprised with some of the stuff that Holy Ten was saying. Like, are you serious, dude?
No, I was. It's a little bit arrogant. Okay, I don't like arrogant people.
But you like Holy Ten. We like.
But I like Holy Ten. Nesh, don't look at me like that.
I mean, this show is all about arrogance. But anyway,
excluding me. I'm the most humble person.
You were arrogant to Remo. We spoke about it.
Yo!
Everybody knows about that.
My pere, please.
Everyone knows about that one.
Remo, we cool, Andy.
Remo is all, yeah.
Remo, tiribo, Andy.
Samba.
Thanks, Yabo. Chovicho.
Whilst we're on Remo. Okay, we're going to get to Remo, right?
Yes, we're going to get...
Cool.
Yes.
No, my bad.
And then Carol Chin says, can't lie, I understand Holy's argument, and he could have delivered a strong message, but the way Enzo articulated himself is in this conversation has forced me to give him his flowers. So mature, there was no aggression, but he simply got his point across. Enzo was on top there.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they both tried to keep their cool. Because even when Holy Ten was responding, it was just his... And then, but they kept on going round and round in circles. We just had to okay, yes or no.
And for those who didn't watch it, they have to go watch it now. We're sitting on 96,000 views right now in 4 weeks, which is amazing. So people really like that one.
Yes,
they must also check out Enzo Aisho's one, because the first part is Enzo Aisho.
Yes, it is.
It's a very enlightening interview about the young man.
Yeah.
And that song he sang for us, it's now a hit.
It's now a hit. Oh, I saw the whole video. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Beautiful.
And he's putting a lot of work into his art. And I think he released another one after releasing that one. And it's also, I think, another hit. He's just a hit maker.
No, he is.
He is. So that's why the whole thing, because when I was looking at his catalog, I was like, yo.
He is a hit maker. He's got hit after hit. Would he be the artist that would be able to fill up a stadium with his hits?
Yes.
Are you saying Buffalo can't do it?
Ish. I asked about Enzo.
Specifically.
And
then you went on ahead and brought in Buffalo.
No, I'm saying, because the way you said it, is the artist who can fill up. Implying that can't do it.
Okay, do you think Buffalo...
No,
do you think
basing
Buffalo,
it on the fact that it's hit after hit.
Do you think Buff can...
Guys, without being funny, I don't know music, yeah, Buffalo Soldier.
As he said, Google it.
Shots.
And about YouTube.
Okay, no, I will. Okay, maybe, at that time, even when he said Google.
But that's a Winky D song, right?
Buff is like our other friend.
No, please don't say the name. Please don't say the name. No,
which friend?
I'm just saying
Which friend
don't
is this,
know
Nash?
his music. I'm just saying Inini. Njengobheki angiyazi music yakhe.
Ministry of Violence.
Ministry of Violence. Yes.
Nash. the
Jennifer's friend.
head. Permanent Secretary. Nash.
No, but if he believes he can do it, I'm sure he can.
Our
I
friend.
believe I can walk on water. No, you don't. I should do what we believe we can do.
You know,
But-
people are saying with the ambos had Zagana a vitro.
Oh.
That's Papa knows Zarush Tara Ramira.
That's a shot.
Adnani.
Muma Streets.
Do you have to say my name out? boss?
Like everybody must know who's in this place. Who else is here? Yes, Remo is laughing, guys, like gay type of laugh.
No, but I like
Yes.
Buffon, but I think he's got this.
No, but you know what it is? I think anybody can fill up the National Sports Stadium if you have all those artists. It doesn't matter who's in front. If Buffalo has Winky D and Jabrazer and all
No,
these
but
other
we're
people,
talking about, okay, the question at hand was a single artist. Just
there's
like
no
what-
single artist who can.
Even for free.
In Zimbabwe, no single artist can.
Maybe Ja. Free. It is free, right?
Yeah, my money is on
But
Ja.
but for free, almost anyone can fill up except.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that today.
Okay, so if it's a free gig, then you have Buff and maybe two of his friends. I don't know who. Maybe if you put Winky D, definitely. If you put Winky D and Buff and it's a free gig, it's gonna fill up. I don't know if it's because of Buff, but it's gonna fill up.
From we say about. Yeah, I agree. Even Jay-Z couldn't fill up Madison Square Garden by himself.
It's the acts. It's the acts that are there. Same with
Extras.
Casper. Casper on his own, he can't fill up those stadiums. he's
Okay, so are
filling
you saying when people buy the tickets for fill up the stadium, yeah, Casper and Uvest, that they're not buying the tickets
No,
for
no,
Casper?
no.
They're buying also
because
for
there's like a
the-
big roster. Your favorite artist is probably there in the lineup too.
My features are something I don't go on that big, on that
Okay,
big
so
stage.
my question then comes back to, if Enzo Aisho says he wants to fill up the stadium,
Yeah.
right? He's the main act. Who will be the supporting act? Who will agree to be Enzo's supporting act?
All your friends. I mean, Jabrazer could be his friend, and so could Winky D. They're all friends, these people.
But won't they like gauge it in terms of name and the level where they are in the industry? Which I can't be coming through to support.
No, I don't know if there's any one of those artists who's like play it up to that level. If you, because
Yeah.
like
They've
even
got one
when
lap,
they do their
right.
birthday gigs,
Right.
the other artists come to
They come
support.
through.
You
Okay.
know, so it's like that. It will work out.
So
So
what's the conclusion here? Is it filling up or is not filling up a vitro?
Buff can fill up.
A vitro.
Oh,
I didn't say that.
for those who don't know, and for perspective, a vitro probably fits about 60 people max.
I know.
100 maybe.
I Denny,
Maybe
no,
100.
no.
Don't say that. Come on, man.
60.
A vitro, no, if you don't know the club, okay, if you really pack it up, maybe 200 people max.
But with no chairs.
Yes. A vitro packed up is 200. So I don't know what these guys are saying, but
But how many?
I'm
Wednesday,
with
every
you,
Wednesday,
Buff. I'm
every
with
show.
you, Buff. For as long as you have Jabrazer, Winky D, Enzo, and everybody else, it can be
So
done.
he can.
Yeah, it can be
Fill
done.
up what?
Sports stadium.
Stadium.
National.
Yakataza na
Yeah.
Eko na Sean Boye.
But it's a free gig, right?
Yeah, if it's a free gig, I think so.
So are you saying if people are Badarai Dola, they won't?
Mathematics.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh no.
Or what? They
yeah. No. He
Oh,
said
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Buff,
yeah.
Buff
He's
said he's selling
selling
his
his
car
car,
so he can invest in this project. He really wants to get it going.
Yeah, I think he needs our support. guys.
Oh, how much is the car worth? That's a good
How
question.
much is the car worth?
Which car is he
What
selling?
model?
It's a Ford Mustang. I don't know if it's a limited edition because when they're limited edition, they're expensive, those cars.
Hey, that's a
but if it's just
why
a
would you
normal
want to
one,
do that? Keep your
you
car.
get it like 25,000 cash.
So
No,
that's just
it's an
enough.
So you're saying now he has
Eventually
25
be
grand in the
just-
pocket
No, not even. I don't know about the price. It's 25,000 new in the shop.
in
Ford.
America?
Yes.
Oh, it's only 25 grand.
Yeah, it's a,
Okay.
it's
Ford
a normal.
Mustang.
If it's a, yeah, it's normal. It's a very normal car.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
Ford.
not. It's not a
There are
supercar.
some limited
or the-
editions. Now the Cobra ones, the ones those.
All right, so
Okay, so I
where would you
don't
push us
do-
to? Where would you push us to if it was like a limited edition? Does it get to 100 grand?
I'm Googling the
Never.
price.
60 grand?
it's a Ford.
Yeah,
guys.
it's a
It's a Ford.
It's a normal car. It's an iconic Ford, but it's a Ford still.
Kitty, please check for us how much you
Yeah, okay. The checking
Ain't this
the
a
facts.
lesson?
All right, but the good thing about it is that he wants to try it out and he wants to get it done. Maybe at some point, if he ever comes, he can come to the show and explain to us how he's going to pull it off. That'd be good. That'd be
No,
cool
but I
too,
think
right?
you gave the answer already on how he's going to pull it off if he has the right supporting act.
Yeah.
So call him.
He just needs to speak with him.
Call him.
To,
Somebody call him.
All right, so you were done with the comments, right?
Yes. I was, but then there were a lot that were saying I was very biased.
Yeah, let's talk about the biased
Yeah.
ones. You haven't said those. Come on, let's hear some of those. Becky wants to sleep. Becky's about to fall asleep.
You know, I wasn't.
Why are you stressing Becky on this episode and so on? There was all sorts of stuff there.
That big guy, Judith Manyoa.
Yeah. Well, what's her name? What's her name? The popular one.
Janet.
No, not Janet. This
Janet, it's Janet, not Judith.
No, it's Janet. yes.
Janet Manyoa. She can sing, though.
Yeah.
she's-
There's the other one. Let me look
Which
her up.
one?
The one who's like on fire right now in the combis and everywhere. You know, last time.
Dorcas.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Dorcas Moyo.
Yes.
Dorcas. Yeah.
Dorcas.
She's a beast.
On the combi coming here, they were jamming that song of us.
You want us to believe you in the combi?
What did I hear? I'm always hearing this track. I actually
Where did you hear it?
in the combi.
Going where, Denny?
I was driving next to the combi. And they were
What did you think?
and they were jamming it really loud. You
It
know.
must have been really loud.
Yes. And I really like her.
It must have been
she's
really
amazing.
loud.
She's amazing.
It must have been.
And Becky,
really
how come
loud.
you haven't brought us a gospel artist?
All right, so Vachitu Kuchka, the Denny J show.
What did we do to them? We got love for.
Yes, yeah, no, it's the whole idea of trying to just change the trajectory of the show that people understand. We're not out to bash nobody.
Vilify people and
No,
stuff.
we're not. We just want to ask questions on the podcast, chill with you all, have a good time, and just know what's happening in your life and in the career. Yeah, so it's just I'm getting there. I'll bring you one.
All right, cool. We also want that guy. What's his name? The one who was on fire. The guy. The one who was in America. What's his
Minister
name?
Michael
Yeah,
Mahindele.
yeah. I listened to some of his tracks, man. That he's on fire. We need him on the show.
I'll do my best. I
Yes.
promise you.
And if he's watching the show, or all these people are watching the show, we need that man of God on the show. He makes really nice gospel music. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the comment where there was.
Let's have some of those comments where they were talking about how Becky was on that episode.
No, but why are we talking about how I was? Was I the only one who was biased on this one?
I was biased, but you were like extra biased.
It was just my facial expressions. It just needed a little bit of salvation. But anyway.
But people must not take that one to heart because
No,
was
they
just,
mustn't.
it was just us and our two.
Hey, but I'm
young
looking. You know
brothers.
what? I'm looking at the video now. The way I was looking at Holy, yeah, it was kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it condescending? Is that the word?
Yes, it was condescending. Ish, Sora, Gosha.
Yeah, but Becky loves Holly.
No, I do.
Denny J
I
show
do,
loves Holly.
yes.
Everybody here loves Holly 10. And Enzo Eichel is an amazing young man. I must say, he's very humble, and I think he's going to go far
No, he will.
this, in this industry. Yep.
I can't do this. No, please. When,
You see,
when,
Becky,
when
that's
I
how bad-
do,
you see how bad
when
it
I do
is.
facial expressions like this, guys, like stop me. Why do you let me go this far?
There was so much going on. We weren't even looking at you. We actually got to see you when we were playing back, like, oh,
Could you
That
all
was same mess, Kwawen.
what is Holly 10 saying?
Kuzuval, it's okay, calm down. All right, while we were talking, you said something about Remo. What did Remo do?
Oh, Remo won that award.
Yes.
So shout out to Remo. What is that? Best Male DJ ASEA Awards. What does that stand for?
African Social. What? Dijon. Yeah, African Social Entertainment. Nah, just say, what is it?
ASEA.
Yeah.
What is that?
But it's the African Social Media something
Remo is
entertainer.
getting
So it's a prestigious award, and he
Yeah.
won it. He's like really representing us Africa-wide.
He's always getting so many awards, so this is one of his many.
Oh, he
And
actually
this one came with money.
wasn't able to attend, right?
Money, 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 money.
He wasn't able to attend because of his busy schedule,
Yeah.
and he had to send a video or some shit.
But he got
Amazing.
money. Those are the kind of awards that make sense, guys. Like, Don't just give me a trophy, like a placard, and you're like,
anybody can do that.
anybody, give me the money. Give me the money.
So what's my placards? I mean, talk about the hip hop awards over the weekend. Ma, what I say?
Well, what happened there?
I don't know.
Triple One awards.
What did Beefy
Fire
do this
emoji.
time? What happened? Who?
Did people make noise about the awards? Because they make noise about them all the time.
Yeah, no, but I just know
Was it
Fire
better
Emoji
this
won
time?
the song. I mean, there was no doubt.
I know Fire Emoji did the things.
Okay, and then what about Leo Magos? Did he win something?
Yeah, that's Fire Emoji. It's actually his song.
I think it was Song
Yeah,
of the
so
Year,
I'm saying,
Hip Hop
what did
Song
he
of
won
the
the
Year.
personally?
the best song.
Or just the song? Okay, that's nice.
Best song of the year.
Newcomer was Saint Flo, I think. I hope I'm here.
That's also
Yeah.
nice. That's
Which
also,
tune is
yeah.
that one?
Nobody's got a problem with that one.
No.
Where did they have a problem?
Could have votes.
Where was the problem? There's always a problem. Was there a problem?
My Beefy awards is on.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So shout out to the same hip hop
Yeah.
awards and.
But it would be nice to just add some money to those awards, you know? People work hard throughout the year.
Yeah, you know what Kiki did with the awards?
What did she do?
She refused, and I didn't.
to be nominated.
Oh, yes, because
In solidarity.
Because she said she did not.
It was in solidarity with the dude who she rolls with. What's his name? The other rapper guy.
Kruger.
Krug. Yeah, because he wasn't nominated. She was like, "Yo, fuck it," type it.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to submit some work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So she's saying, I didn't submit. How did I get nominated?
That mileage yangu because kikarugurira.
But
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
same thing with Ja Praiser. Ja Praiser and his management said that we no longer need to submit stuff. You can see what we're doing. So this contradicts.
No, but
the views are different.
If an
If
awards
I'm-
board says for you to be nominated, submit work, submit the work, even if you are high and mighty up there. Yes, we can see the work,
I
but
get him.
submit.
I get him though. I get Ja Praiser though, because if you're really on fire and you're making moves,
Yes, we can see
I
it.
don't need to give you stuff. For you can see what I'm doing. Just like Remo, he didn't submit stuff, but they can see he's doing some shit. So why must you submit shit? Because even untalented people submit shit, and they expect to get awards and shit.
Okay, so then they mustn't submit stuff then. Let's just see what is going
yeah,
on.
it's out there.
So
It's,
take
it's
out
on
the whole
iTunes. It's all
submitting
over.
thing.
Yeah.
Itaibasa, then you do the research.
I prefer
and
awards like
find-
that, I think those are realistic awards because you're looking at the body of work and not the submissions. And I think that's how, so I get the whole Ja Praiser and his management, why must we submit shit? You can see what we're doing, our
I mean,
shit
if
is
you,
out
if
there.
you put it like that, then it's okay.
Yeah. So I get that.
Visa, the whole thing.
Yeah, I get
Don't
that.
submit nothing, let them watch.
Yeah,
let them-
because if you're doing something fantastic, why must you submit stuff?
If
Becky.
you're doing something. So listen, there's some awards coming up, and they've got to do with the arts, media, and everything. And then the Denny J show is not nominated for anything. We're putting in the work. People can see we're putting
know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
work. Are you not going to catch feelings because the Denny J show wasn't picked on that?
Yep.
No, now catch feelings wasn't.
But I think what matters to us is the people who actually watch the show, who subscribe to the show, who give us love. These bodies, some of them are politicized, and they're probably not going to nominate you or whatever because of whatever reason. So
Maybe because of the glasses
we don't do it for the awards. Yeah. Why is he wearing glasses
in the room.
in the room? There's no sun.
So goes on them video.
Swag.
There's no sun in here.
There's no sun in this.
I keep telling him, I wear glasses because my future is so bright.
Oh yeah. Woo.
The glare.
The glare is too bright. It's too bright.
You almost forgot. Happy birthday. 1 year
Yay!
today.
Mchango Shikawa
Yeah.
wangu, but happy birthday.
Yes. The
Well
Denny J
done,
show
guys.
said turns 1 this December. Is it today?
Yeah.
No, this
I saw
December.
the clip where loads are.
19.
The first week.
Our first episode was 19 December.
So we
That's
almost
like a
there.
few
so,
days.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're turning. I think when we turn 1, we won't have an episode, right? So
Yeah.
this is the episode right here. Happy birthday to us, 1 year, and we're still going.
Yeah, I saw the clip where Lodza was like, new podcast loading. And I was like, oh, yo.
And people were looking at us funny, like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah. Chichi Gwitiga.
Like,
The
what
fuck are
is-
these old guys doing? The midlife crisis? Like,
So
what
can
the
I bring?
fuck?
Can I bring
Hey, brother,
something up?
you need to get a job. Man.
Can,
I'm proud of my
exactly.
comments.
Thank you. I was
You
about
saw
to
that.
bring
You
it
saw
up. Did you?
And
see
I don't
this?
know. Huh?
Did you see
Who's that
that
guy?
Did you
I don't.
see
I
it?
don't know. Some guy was saying
What
I need to
son or
get a
something?
job. Like.
No, he went to town with you, bruh.
That mom piece of.
I also wanted to respond. Like,
Yeah. But that's why I
I'm
said
not
I
with
think
you,
I think they must Google us, right? You know, we do
no,
this.
but that's the thing, Danny. People don't know the stuff that you do outside
Yeah,
of
no.
the podcast. They think this is you.
We make a living from
Come on.
entertaining you. You ain't even paying us, G. There's no money in this.
One show is not gonna sponsor. It's not gonna sponsorship.
No,
We're
you
fucking
know,
out money for this.
Actually,
To
actually we
entertain
do.
you.
People are beginning to believe in us.
Yeah.
Want to send a big thank you to Stanbic for
Alright.
believing in the
Yeah,
Denny J
Stanbic
show.
Bank is
Alright,
showing love.
Stanbic Bank is showing love, and I'm sure there'll be more that will be
Yeah.
coming on board. I've been talking to people, and I'll be like, "Hey, have you seen the Denny J show?" And then some pretend like they don't know what the Denny J show is, and like,
Our inbox is on fire.
yes.
So, you know.
Stanbic.
So watch this place.
Are doing what they call the I Can Be account. It's an account that you can open for young people, and they're just pushing the message that don't be afraid to talk about money
Right.
with your children, right? So I've got a 14-year-old and a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we hardly talk about money.
That's it.
Like they talk about the money like, no, Remo, leave me alone.
Whoa. How many kids you got?
Nigga,
Looking the way you look.
That's a lot of kids, though.
How many kids you got?
How many till she catches up with Timber? You're close.
Stop.
You're close.
Danny.
My nigga, give me here.
Anyway, talking about money with these kids is a bit
Oh, Big O,
difficult
cut it,
because
please go back
all they
again.
want to do is just spend the money.
Yeah.
So, Stanbic, thank you for that. And then
Yes.
to answer your question, yes, they just want to chop the money. I got 4 kids.
age.
14, 12, 9, and 3.
How do you keep fit?
I go to the gym.
Okay.
Zero.
Big, he got
Zero.
Becky, how much is gym subscription? How much is gym subscription?
Yeah, how much
At
is it?
Invictus, it's $100 for 3 months.
Aruzia. Don't press that, Jerry.
No,
Fact
they
check,
have
fact
a
check.
special. No,
Invictus
check,
is like
Invictus.
$60 a month.
No, check. They've got a special running. It's $100 for 3 months. And I'm like right next door to Invictus. So why would I not be
All
going
right,
to
Invictus, you owe us. We're letting people know $100 for 3 months.
There we go.
Invictus Gym.
Yes.
Where is it?
Gym? It's by the Westgate Shopping Center.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
They need to pay us, right?
Yes,
we're working.
no, they will do, don't worry. So yes, I do. Leave me alone. I can see your,
No. All I wanted to say is,
Okay.
unlike you,
All right.
you remember what you did to me last time? You remember?
Okay.
Unlike you, people with 4 children don't look the way you look. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, thank you.
Okay, Remo, what are you saying?
What
No.
what are you saying about Temba Mlisko's trade?
Yeah.
M3, M4. That's my trade. What are you saying about Temba's spec?
Remo.
Temba's gonna be upset, like, because that's his trade, M3, M4.
All I'm saying is, show you guys.
But that's true. Like, you know, a lot of people when they have kids, they just let themselves
I think
go.
that was one thing that I told
themselves
myself.
go.
I want people to look at me and be shocked when I say I've got kids. They must be like, "What? You got kids?"
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you
look like
continue
a
to
kid.
shock
Not
them.
just kids, you've got a 19-year-old kid.
You continue to shock them. Yeah.
Sorry, how old are you?
She's old enough.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm 38.
No, on the real.
38.
You're doing really, whatever you're doing,
I must keep it up.
No, on the real.
Amazing.
It's all right. Thank you. Yeah. So that's that on that. Lots of entertainment happened. You guys, lots of entertainment happened. Lots of shows happening. How many of you in this room went for the Rick Ross show? And then there was silence in the room. Oh yeah, you performed at the Rick Ross. I personally did not go.
Remo shut it down there.
Oh yeah.
Amazing set.
On a reel.
Yeah.
Did you play at the beginning, at the end?
Just before.
Just before Rick Ross.
Now I'm biased.
How was
Remo
that?
always shuts it down crazy.
Amazing. You play that one?
I didn't stay for the performance, but yeah.
Why didn't you stay for the performance?
Superstars, when they perform, they go.
No, but another superstar was performing. Why don't you just?
I was performing at Karma, so.
So he was
straight
in and
after
out
my
like.
set. I went.
You
to
went,
Karma.
but there
Stop his
people
name
that
dropping
come
and
because
Karma
I'm
don't pay
thinking
money.
Yeah, they were.
they were
They were.
because I'm trying to picture Rick Ross.
Not-
Hello,
Not everybody could afford the Rick Ross show. So.
even like the normal tickets, like the standard tickets.
Yeah. Plus the after party was at Karma, so.
Yeah. So that show, how did it go? Mathematically, did people make money? Lots you saw that, right? We usually do the
not
numbers
the money
because
part, but
we've
just-
promoted shows before. Like,
What do you mean, not the money part? Didn't they make money?
I don't think.
Nash is better at the money stuff.
I think they
The
did
numbers.
well. I think they.
I do not think that money was made in that show, and I don't think that show was about making money, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they couldn't have made money from that show. Because first of all, I think the amount that Rick Ross got was hefty. I can't say it because I haven't confirmed it, but I heard it's around the 150 mark. So when you look at HICC and the capacity and the amounts that were being asked for people to pay, even if they'd packed that place, it was going to be very difficult to make money out of it because you have air tickets, you have accommodation.
But for how many people?
It's an entourage. This is Rick Ross.
How many people did he come with?
I don't know. He couldn't have come with less than 10 people, I can tell you that.
It was a mess. I mean, behind the scenes, I think it was a mess when it came to.
And when you look at also, why would you put Nasty C there? Or Mapurisa? It was unnecessary, you understand? If you were doing it for the business, you wouldn't bring Nasty C. You wouldn't bring Mapurisa in them. Because they're not going to add anything to it. People are coming for Rick Ross. So if you have Rick Ross and you have all these local acts, and Rick Ross is a big deal on his own because locally people haven't had an international act in a long time.
Right.
So it was overkill.
On the main stage, which local artist was
and
there?
I know Mapurisa in them, they don't take less than 15 grand. That's what I know.
So are you
for
saying
a fact.
on the main stage we didn't have any local artist?
We did. We did, and then they were all acting like divas. They were acting like divas. They didn't even perform before Rick Ross. They performed after because everybody wanted to know how many people are there now. Is it full now before I come through type thing? So everybody is a diva and everybody's trying to be the man. And then, so it was.
Why didn't Natty O perform?
I'm not sure.
He didn't get paid. He came out on social media saying he was disrespected. So that correct.
Oh, he was.
He was heavily disrespected. He came. They came like 3 hours before. They were made to wait for 3 hours or something ridiculous like that. So I don't even know if the promoter was taking this seriously, because if you're doing it for the money, you have to do the numbers first, right?
Okay.
So like I said, first of all, Mapurisa, Nasty C.
Were not necessary.
And it was also meant, it was meant to overshadow the local hip-hop acts. You know what I'm saying? If you want to promote local hip-hop, make them the right-hand man to the main act.
Yeah.
Don't bring some dude from South Africa to come and disturb the peace and then overshadow these guys' light. So I don't even know what that was. So even if we were to get the promoter to come here, I would like ask them, like, what the fuck is that shit?
No, I didn't like the fact that Natty O didn't perform. Like, why
You know what
put
I'm
him
saying?
on the
Natty O is
poster
like hot
and
property.
then he's not there.
what?
Like,
I watched
this is
Rick
Natty O,
Ross in
guys.
London just 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I was just checking out how it went, because it was a Nigerian promoter. The lineup was full of Nigerians we don't even know. He was promoting his people, his artists, like promoting in London.
That's
like
where we get lost, I guess.
Yes. So up front on the podcast, I would like, if it's possible, to invite the what was that? Shali was promoted
Miss
again.
Shali.
I would tell her straight away there was no need to bring in Nasty C. There was no need to bring in Mapurisa. There was no need to disrespect the local big acts, because Natty O is a big act, and also all these other youngsters. You know, they weren't shown love. They were supposed to also have VIP treatment before the show. Why just do that for Rick Ross?
There's a picture I saw when you mentioned the whole VIP treatment. There's a picture I saw. I think it must have been Benna Boy's lounge when he was waiting to go on. Guys, I've never seen such a neat lounge like that. It was top notch.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, which local artist will have a lounge like that while he's waiting to perform? Yeah. I've never, like, I've been to a lot of backstages and, you know, my green room, and that lounge was on point. Yeah. It was, even the food was proper.
Now you can imagine Beyonce's if she's doing a show. You understand? You don't even want to.
Okay, so but then who then determines the treatment of the artist? Is it the promoter or the artist themselves? Because they've got like a tech rider, right? Then they have a hospitality rider. is that thing followed through? Do they follow through?
Yeah. These guys are new. These guys are new at this, so they might have a couple of excuses if we were to ask them, but they did it pretty badly.
But the promoters are new.
There must be a manager. Yeah, I think this is their first gig.
No, Miss Charlie has done.
As Raw Entertainment, this is the first gig.
But okay, as Raw Entertainment, maybe it's the first gig, but as Miss Charlie.
Has she done any other international show?
No, not shows, but like entertainment. She knows how this thing works.
I think she was way over her head on this one.
Yeah.
Trust. She was. Because, I mean, you have to delegate. I don't think she's the type of person that wants to delegate. She wants to be the DJ. She wants to be by the door, and she wants to be taking care of the drinks too. Yeah. So people like that, you know, that African thing, mentality, which I'm the pesa. Yeah,
but she's a nice person. You understand? But with regards to this show, I think this show could have been done
we're
a
not
lot better.
disregarding her niceness.
I'll give you a 7 for trying, but at the end,
a 7 for
7.
Okay, was it packed?
Yeah, it was packed.
Okay.
On my side, I do kumbombera.
VIP.
No, important. Yeah,
it's lying. It was a VVIP.
It was a VVIP.
Yeah.
All right. A little birdie told me that VIP, the tables were oversubscribed.
Exactly. My drinks said that.
Like there were more tables sold than the tables that were available. Is this true or false? Just so we clear that.
No, I don't know who can answer that. I don't think anyone's qualified to answer that one.
Kuti, the VIP was oversubscribed. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So that's that Rick Ross show, and then what was the next thing?
On the entertainment, it was the Rick Ross. I mean, that was the biggest thing that happened while we were away.
Oh, it's just the Rick Ross one.
Yeah. What?
Camido.
Yee. All right.
Okay,
Let me say something.
Camido, what's up?
I mean, from my experience, I mean, you know, we are Hararians, right? I mean, not to boast or anything. There's people in Harare that are entertainment, and you have. I mean, we have like one of the best, like, who's the main consultants in this city, Anonzi Dinosh. So when you're gonna have a show, you're coming from Bulwe.
Okay.
If you're coming to Harare, you want to consult. But these guys, I think, this is the second time this happens. Like somebody comes from London, thinking that I want to put this out in Zimbabwe. I don't even need my locals to
I'm
help
going to
me.
do this thing.
Yeah, and they always fall on their face. It happened to Wizkid. I thought I was open a hotel. It was a London-based promoter. I found out like there's promoters around here. Like you engage, you go. I can't go to Bulawayo. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to Bulawayo to do a show,
there's
I gotta consult.
Yeah.
DJ Nospa, pick up yourself.
So a cat just came from nowhere and said, "I'm bringing."
It's big in London. I mean, I'm the digital B. I don't know personally.
Digital
but
what?
I think digital B or something.
Digital B.
I think I know going.
What did he do?
But Panapa, he was way off his head again.
So how bad was it?
And it was bad though.
So this guy's from where again?
And that one's on the London. And I don't even know it, but
London
I know the name.
England cannot do London, Jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe England. That's the London. That's just him, Dara. Now I live. Yeah. I go somewhere in England to go.
That's what I think.
I mean, like, remember, I mean, NR Entertainment was there, T-Bass and Styles, when Wizkid came. And they jammed everyone. Could maybe Kusarapa and Mari. Because promoters get to do that. Could I don't pire Mari, Ninga pire T-Bass Mari.
Okay,
yeah, but T-Bass,
I
know, you know, someone like, I mean, Rima, I don't want to be on Rimos. John. No, my kids are watching this. Come on, man. No, but you have to engage, Maripo. You get it. I mean, for the success of your show, for yourself. You know,
just show some respect. Yeah.
There's one person that can go Harare got feeling it, and that is Baba Harare. Out of town, that's a nice song. Baba Harare, Japanese. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a nice song. Fire. Okay.
So this promoter came through.
I was like, hey, dude, come on.
Did he do a show? What was the name of the show? What was it? What did he do?
I was surprised. Mama sleepers, but this is bad. For the caliber, I go to marry. You know, from South Africa. You know. And then you have, ill-advised.
Yeah.
Is a term.
Plus, it's very traumatic for the artist as well. He'll think he's not popular, but it's a promoter who didn't promote.
But I'm sure he's learned in
I'm
lesson.
telling you, if you take next year, I'm going to promote Buffalo Soldier at the Zaza Stadium.
That's true.
Shots.
Andrew, please, you left it hanging. Make sure you sort it out. That was the shot. Okay, so follow protocol, do the right thing. When you're coming through to do stuff in someone else's turf.
Ask who the mayor is.
When I promote
Ask who the
Shai
mayor
Gamani,
is.
Pakun Paudu Amarebas, Paudu Jivan, Paushai Amarebas, my bouncer, Abu Tenderera, Pasaba promote on a new Vanorar. The Puya.
Yeah.
My phone.
That guy who brought Tevin Campbell, what was his name?
Wow, we got a teaser. Kevin, I don't talk about the text. I don't talk about the Tevin Campbell, it takes you.
Same now, Horace Brown.
Yeah, what was
Somebody's just like, I grew up to Horace Brown. If I bring Horace Brown, it's going to be packed.
Right.
And then they bring Horace Brown.
And then it's not.
And then it's them and their family and their homies.
Hey.
and then you don't even wait for him to finish performing. You just go home. And then you leave him cab money.
It was bad. The Horace Brown was
No.
bad.
Can I pay them? 20 don't went about it.
Don't also forget, we went through the same thing with Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, we tried.
Yeah, but we also did the right thing because we put Babongile in charge of that because it's his area, especially in Bulawayo.
We didn't jump on my promoter area. I didn't go jump. So
Yeah.
we're going to Deborah too.
I mean, you are going to have some shows that are
You
going
need
to flop
advice.
even after doing the right thing. But at least, if I'm going to do a show in Gweru, I'm going to ask who are the cats in Gweru.
Right.
Who,
DJ Fidel,
you know,
Nana Gweru.
what we tell when you have. And then that's how we start. That's how we kick it off.
Sure.
Promotion is a nasty business. I mean,
But is there a right way to be a promoter? Because he just said you could be doing things correctly and still have a show flop.
Yeah, I think I think you mustn't put feelings into it because sometimes you like an artist and you're like, I'm going to make money from this artist.
But my wife.
My wife likes it. Let's have a whole concert.
You and Drew, we love this.
This is proper. Then 5 people show up.
That's it. That's how.
But there was a nice show, celebration center over the weekend. That guy.
What guy?
Travis
Gospel
Green.
guy.
Travis Green.
From where? America?
From America, yes. No, black guy.
Oh, and
Bako is having a ball.
A celebration.
So Travis Green is like a big gospel artist.
Big gospel artist in the States, and there was like Anatik Shazama, Minister Michael Mayendere Tembalami performed with him on stage. Yeah, no, he packed it out. He packed it out. It was good.
Does Texture Zama do a lot of shows on his own? Because I really like him. Has he ever done?
On his own,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's amazing.
On his, I know he does worship nights. He
Where?
does
Yeah.
like in SA.
Yeah.
Then he gets invited for some worship nights this side.
So has he
Like,
come? Has he done a concert here?
Yeah, but
his
he'll be like a supporting act, especially
right.
for Janet Manyoa, Minister Michael Mahendere. Like he will be like a supporting act.
Oh, right.
Yes, and churches like to invite him also.
Yeah, he's amazing.
No, he is. I used to think his music was like borderline suicidal.
Because he goes deep, right? He goes in.
Yeah, I know he used to like go really into it, and I'll be like, yo, I want to kill myself. But then, as you know, you grow into listening to the music, you're like, okay, this is something.
Yeah.
This is something. I'm quite shook that you like.
Oh,
Take
no.
sure.
Come on now. Those
Come
are my
on
peeps.
now. Come on now.
That's all I listen to. When I'm not listening to Remo playing Amapiano and
No,
stuff.
but Remo's set, is it just Amapiano? You make it seem like he just plays Amapiano.
No. Well, now it's kind of mostly is, right?
Now-
It is our bias. I'm a piano. I don't want to move on a job.
Pangmaga, I can catch something
No,
nice.
because Amapiano just gets the crowd going.
Yes. Did you?
What you blood is?
Amapiano gets the crowd going.
No, that is true.
You know what
I
I mean?
do play a bit of old school.
Yeah, I mean like 5%.
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
You just give us 75.
But what's the genre that you enjoy playing the most?
That's not even a question.
Huh?
Remo is the only DJ that plays that guy.
Who plays which guy?
Denver's friend.
Oh, okay. He's the only one who plays that guy. No, it's okay. Sorry. Like, I don't even know why I asked that question.
His new album is out. Go check it out everywhere where music is sold. I've never heard a song, but the album's been out
What
for a
is
minute.
it called?
Nash, what's his album called?
Remo plays him in the club all the time.
Remo, you plays, him all the time.
Let me Google that shit.
Google.
Sanzi mukuruta sikatiwa una song yenye chiskipwa ibara ndra holiten.
Oh.
Oh. That's all. Bango, you know the bar, right?
Let's get some water. Let's get some water.
Guys, what's my problem? I'm facing. I
No
one has a
No one
problem.
has
I
a
think
problem.
Nash had a problem.
It's good. I know it's good for the show.
No.
Because I know that.
Oh,
No.
I got type of per level.
Do you play some Baba Harare, like some local, like some, mabitsi wa
I don't say that. You must be drum phones.
Sorry, come again.
Baba Harare.
That's answer enough for me. That's answer enough for me, shit.
I would, no, let me challenge you to like a Sungura mix, something,
You should do that guy. What's his name?
Like, please.
Makungwazi.
Challenge someone
I know,
else.
not Magwazi. That youngster who's mixing Sungura and hip hop. Tanto
Tanto
Wavy.
Wavy.
Tanto Wavy is the closest probably
That
that he
he
could
will
do.
do
Yeah,
that.
because he's got some nice blends of Sungura and hip hop.
Okay. I know, hit it, bomb.
Yeah.
And who? Stana and Holy. Okay.
My friends, my best of friends.
And Breezy. We need to have Breezy on the show. Junior Brown has a new project he's working on.
No, but
And
we
Junior,
can't.
Junior Brown is like a friend of the podcast, like for real.
Okay,
Like
so
our theme
he'll
song.
be-
Our theme song was done by Junior Brown.
I love it.
Yeah, Junior
Like,
Brown.
I want Junior Brown to do my radio intro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think that would,
Inspired by the Denny J show intro.
inspired by the Denny J
Yeah,
show.
see?
Like, I wouldn't mind my radio show to start with a
Sanga City Town.
yeah, that would be true. That was like so cool. But I was about to say we can't just keep having musicians.
True.
Musicians.
So I didn't say immediately.
Okay, thank you.
I said like in the future we have to have him on at some point.
Why don't we have more women step up?
Varikuchka, I told you.
Who are they scared of? I mean, not me.
Definitely not me.
So Nash. So it must be Nash.
Yeah, it must be Nash. Varikuchka Nash.
Guys,
Nash, you must slow down, man. People are scared
Yeah,
now.
because I do try to get them to come. Like, let's just balance this thing out and speak to some women. And they're all like, "Ee." You sent Tilda a message and she blue ticked you. Oh, wow.
I'm not okay.
You're not. Lord, that's not okay. Tilda blue ticked. Tilda blue.
And yeah.
Denny, guys. No, we're not doing that.
So are we going to close off the year without bringing DJ Towers again? Or Shadaya?
why don't we call him right now?
Speaking of Shadaya, guys. Speaking of Shadaya, remember the last time when we spoke? I think Remo was on the show when we did like our friends of the podcast. I remember myself saying, "No, Shadaya speaks sense," and sometimes I check myself. Until a few weeks back, no, I wanted to go for Shadaya a few weeks back. What's up?
What
What did
happened?
you say?
No, he commented on this pregnancy shoot. Like this girl did, right? And I'm thinking it's her pregnancy.
Right.
Her husband probably approved. I don't think there's any woman who would just go out there post her pregnancy without getting the husband's approval.
Right.
No, he went to town on that lady.
What did he say? What did the
No,
professor say?
he said just be the beep that you are. And like, how do you call Mkadzwe Mono that? Where do you know her from?
No, but
Where was he coming from?
No, he was saying, why are you showing the pregnancy? You're just showing everybody what you did. I'm like, she walked around with it. Everybody knows what she
I know
did.
about Raska sometimes, but sometimes I know that too far.
No, that well, for me, I think of all the comments that he's ever done, some of them I will laugh him like, ha ha ha, Shadaya. This one, I was like, Mkadzwe Mono. Like just
expect a clapback.
It's okay. Shadaya. Let him, please. Yeah, but like no, as in like marriages are sacred. Leave those things alone. Leave it alone.
But remember, it's no longer just about the marriage once you post it and it's public, right? Now it's subject to scrutiny and criticism and all this stuff. Because once you put it on social media,
it's high risk.
It's out there.
It's out there.
So when you get your pregnancy pics done, and you put them up in your house, in the lounge, or in your bedroom,
then that's fine. Okay. So
but once you post it and I see it, I can say, no, that's a fucked up pregnancy. Oh, that's a beautiful pregnancy.
Oh, so
whatever.
Okay, so
you
it's subject to whatever it is that you're going to say.
You're putting yourself out there, so you can't then say, why are you doing this to me? Because there are vultures out there. There are people who just lost a job and they're just on social media waiting to fuck up somebody's day.
Okay, just waiting to.
That's how it goes.
Just waiting to blow
so
it
the
out.
minute you post something, that's why even before you post, you look at your pic, you do your filters, you do whatever, because it's going out there.
Trying to shield.
It's going out there.
Yeah.
So if you've got a little thingy or you're gonna clean it up. So which is the same. So if you don't want this negativity from Shaddai and them, just don't post the shit.
No, then women won't post anything. Then women won't.
Not
post
a lot of
anything.
women post pregnancies anyway.
Oh no, they do. Maybe just not seeing them, but they do.
Is it like a thing?
It's a thing. It's a thing because
you have some of yours on your.
No, by the time this trend started, I wasn't pregnant.
Oh shit! Okay.
So you owe yourself another child.
I do. I owe myself another child, and I already know what I want to do with this shoot and all of that. So if people, women especially, are going to be scared to post because Shadaya is going to say something.
Shadaya is roaming these streets. You gotta.
No, I know Zira Moto for conversation, but people shouldn't take what. No, they shouldn't take what he says to heart. I hope that girl is okay though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he really.
They were fantastic pics.
They were beautiful. I'll show them to you. They were very nice pics.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Where we at?
You
had a whole book.
Oh no, it was like the legal stuff. I don't know if you want us to start on it.
Yeah, let's get on
We
that.
can start on it.
Shashl and Levels happened the 4 weeks we were away.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like.
Were you shocked?
At which part?
With
The sex
everything.
tape, not so much. I mean, I've seen
Did
a
you
number of
watch it?
sex tapes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it.
You watched it?
It wasn't the best sex tape
You watched
that
it?
I've watched.
You watched it?
Yeah? Did you watch it?
Zakabuda is so sweet.
Remo Jackson.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. Look, I saw a lot of people at comments. Why are you taking videos of yourself in that position or whatever?
Okay.
I've got no problem with people who do that.
Okay.
Maybe it's like football. If you're a football person, you
will
watched
do football
coach,
stuff.
you watched coaches.
Okay,
They do playbacks. You know what I'm saying? To work on their strategy.
To work on the strategy.
So,
next time.
They'll record
we'll
stuff.
take it from this
and they'll be like,
angle.
the way I did it there, next time. You know what I'm saying? It's like working on your sex game.
Okay.
So I got no problem with people who are into that sort of shit.
Okay.
That's their shit.
Are
The
you
problem
also
is.
Are you also?
No, I don't do that. The problem is. You know, come on, Boogie.
Boogie, come on now.
You know the problem.
out.
You know where the problem is. The problem is when it gets out. All right, that's where the problem is.
But do you
It's
plan
never a
for it
problem
to
if
get
it's not
out?
out. Huh?
Does anyone ever plan for it to get out?
No.
It's part of a strategy.
No,
to
they
just get it
don't.
out.
No. You want to put it up?
No,
There's the production. That's the production. They're saying, should we put it up for those who didn't watch it? For those of you watching, I wonder if we can do that. I don't know about that. But what I'm saying is nowadays, there are lots of applications, with military-grade encryption. So you could actually do your kinky shit and then protect it. So if your phone gets stolen, the encryption, whoever gets your phone can't access it.
But do they know all of that?
No, I think the streets know.
I think they know.
If they don't know, then we're teaching them. There's applications, right? So where you can
store all your kinky
can
stuff.
record your kinky stuff, and if your phone gets lost, whoever will have the kinky stuff can't access it because it's encrypted. You know what I'm saying? But I think what sometimes happens is before you put it there, maybe it would be like a fresh video.
Yeah.
And then you won't have time to put it where you're supposed to put it.
in the vault.
And then you lose your phone.
Yeah. And then your
That's
phone
a situation.
gets stolen.
That's a situation.
All
But
right,
apart from that, there's so many applications you can Google, so many applications where you can encrypt video and stuff.
But in this case, he's saying that his phone got stolen.
His phone got stolen, guys. Is that what happened?
I don't know about that one.
Was it directly after?
Yeah, no.
Like the day after, a week after, a month after?
Guys, come on.
Come on, guys.
Ipapo.
No, this one's a
But
tricky one.
the funny thing is, I'm sure you had a lot of videos. Why that particular video where she feels like she hadn't been to the spa in a while? You know what I mean? No.
He's got a point.
No, I've got a point. Like I felt like he did that deliberately to try and humiliate Shashl. Like I personally like Shashl, and that video didn't really like.
But do you think Mbari Boyano Ziauti kuno wax?
Are you talking about them? Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about some scanner.
Yeah.
The penty line. The penty line.
I didn't watch the video because I respect Shashl that much. I didn't watch the video, right? But that's why I had so many comments about.
It was the hygiene. But mkomana kanzaka bless kazwake saka anonyo tuka zvakada. But it's the action yacho yake manje kuti mkomana kasingagone. But hanzi chimbo anayo.
Oh, okay.
Hanzi that's delicious.
All right. Okay.
What did Tanisha say?
But I need something.
I need something.
Something.
An equipment, but an manual.
Okay. You got it, but you're not using it well.
So I think the issue there was when the sex tape came out, Levels allegedly released it, right?
Yeah.
That's the allegation. I think that's what
he
is in court.
That's what he said. He said
that's what she said.
Okay,
she
so
said
she's saying
he deliberately released it.
Okay.
He's saying I lost my phone, right? And that's how that video came to light or whatever.
All right, so let's take it back. This is you. You are with the chick whom you feel like I've arrived, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys break up.
Yeah.
What's the emotion at that point? Do you get to that point where you're that angry?
Because breakup is like but mama nakangona pasina ka face pa profile picture WhatsApp pasina ka face yangu scanner achashida.
Yeah, so it's very probable that he could have leaked it. I'm not saying he did, but then that is really messed up.
If he did,
because then it messes up, for the next niggas who are trying to get some shit.
I don't think that has ever stopped anybody.
No, it does.
Because there'll be some people like, I wanted to send you. I have this crazy video I took, and I wanted to send it to you, but with all this that's going on,
it can't be done.
You know what I mean? But I think it's like a revenge thing. Like, how do you ramba me? I'm going to release. It's very ghetto. It's like a ghetto way of doing shit. If he did it.
There we go, ghetto bodies.
If he did it. I'm not saying he did, but if he did it. But the way it comes out, it kind of makes sense in a way. If you're to really look at it, why, would it suddenly go, or why would the phone suddenly get stolen once the guy was dumped? And so it's quite nasty. I don't think that's a good way, because somebody trusts you enough to let you do that,
right? And
then you betray their trust by releasing that,
okay?
Because you're bitter or whatever.
All right, and then what about her allegations then of saying she was raped?
That is fucked up.
Ipapo manje.
That is some
Zonaro.
fucked up shit, and I don't even get how somebody can say that and then say they want to withdraw it without being reprimanded for doing that, because it sets a precedence. It means if you're with a chick and you get into a problem or whatever, and then
You're
the
in
situations
trouble.
come,
You have
and then
to
the
like
chick,
continuously
the chick
check.
is going to say you raped me. The
Because
chick-
apparently there's an act where it says kuti consent is not only at the beginning of the act,
But you see,
even
rape.
during. So like we start out and then I feel like I'm chada.
Yeah.
I can say no, and if you continue, you've raped me.
But you see, yeah.
Like why would?
Tatanga,
Yeah, but they say the woman can change her mind, or the man can change his mind in the middle of it.
It's a bit confusing. So
It is.
to all my brothers out there, that you run my contracts, saka taku engage, and I contract like kuti.
There's a contract by clipboard.
Yeah. On
Because women are weaponizing rape. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in this regard, I think she woke up and she was like, how the fuck do you do this to me? I'm going to report you for leaking the video and for rape. Because, rape is not a joke, right? Like, you can't...
No, it's not.
You can't...
That's someone's whole life.
Yeah.
That's someone's whole life that you're messing with.
Yeah.
And if it's based on a lie,
Yes.
that's not right.
You're weaponizing it. And there
Yes.
must be something. There must be some repercussion. You can't
You
say...
can't lie about stuff
You
like
raped
that.
me and then suddenly say you want to take it off. Why are you taking it off if he raped you? And I don't know, we're supposed to have a legal expert to tell us. Because when
Yeah.
from my understanding, it's like if you report rape, it's no longer just about you. If the state can prove that you were raped, you cannot go and withdraw that case. If it's a legit rape case. Yeah? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, so
That's why I get with the lawyer. Try connect
but
the lawyers that we have.
But I didn't told him I was
Just
gonna call
just
him.
try
Let's
him out.
see.
It's all right.
Because perspective is important. Because for guys, it's very it's a very important issue, because you are gonna go out with someone and then they're gonna say you raped them even if you didn't.
Yeah, because, at
Because
one
rape
point
is not a
she
joke.
She had the whole country's sympathy. She had everyone going, oh, man, sorry, this happened. And then she just said out the whole rape thing. And I'm like, Like, let's not do that.
It was
but
okay until then. I like, come on. Rape
like, yeah, she
we're
could
feeling
have.
for a
Yeah.
video. I like it.
Exactly,
And then the
and
next
she could have come out of it with her head held high and just be like, hey guys, this is what happened, and yeah, shinoitika, let's move on. She could have taken that route, but ish.
I wanna try
was
and
sad.
connect Mr. Muganiri of Machai and Associates.
Special about that leaking
Yeah,
thing, man.
he's a very big lawyer, and he's going to help us navigate this issue. We're not lawyers, so
No, we're not.
yeah.
Hello?
Mr. Muganiri.
Yes. Denny J.
Yes, how you doing, boss?
No, I'm good.
Thank you very much for giving us this time. We wanna discuss one or two things which have to do with your legal knowledge. The first one we wanted to ask was Becky, what's it called? The
Cybersecurity and Data Protection Act.
Yes. So you know about the Shashl and Levels issue, where she reported I think she reported the leaking of the tape and then the rape issue, and then she withdrew the rape one, and then there's the cyber one. How does someone prove, first of all, that someone leaked a sex tape?
All right. There are various ways of establishing how someone has directly published or exposed such information.
Right.
The first source would be tracing the producer or the source of the material.
Mm-hmm.
So if, for example, in a case where a guy and his girlfriend, the guy is holding the phone and is taking a video of his girlfriend,
Right.
already, prima facie, the guy becomes the first suspect because he's naturally holding the device and then taking the video.
Right. Okay.
All right.
So when he comes out and says, well, I took the video, I'm not disputing that, but then my phone was stolen, and he has an IR number or RRB number from Central to say that he reported the phone stolen, then what happens legally in terms of a case like that?
Yeah. Well, if the girl insists that it's the guy who published, and the guy insists that my phone was stolen, then he has a fairly arguable case. Because you...
Hello? Network. The
nature of the report.
The network is bad. Did you hear that? Sorry, can you just repeat that last line?
Nature of the report.
The last line, yeah. The network is cut.
Yeah. Well, naturally, if someone then produces a report that the phone got stolen, then there has to be an investigation into the circumstances of how the phone got stolen.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. But if it comes out that it's just a lame excuse and there's no real basis or it's something that's made up, it then works against that person.
Okay, but looking at this case and what you've seen so far with regards to this case, do you think that the lady is going to win such a case? Because if I say my phone is stolen, the most you're going to ask and try and find out, you can't really dispute the fact that my phone was stolen. I don't think you can, you know. I can tell you it was stolen at Copacabana or it was stolen in the club. And even if, you know, even if investigators were to go and try and find out, what are they going to find out? My phone was stolen.
All right. Well, there are ways around that. You look at the timing of the report and the timing of the report when the alleged sex tape was leaked. So naturally, if the tape comes out and then the guy reports the phone being stolen 2-3 days later,
okay, all right,
you know, it waters down the strength or the credibility of the report.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's a situation where the report comes first and then the tape comes out 3-4 days later, then the story is fairly credible because we're dealing with probability.
Right.
So it's really a case of who has the more believable story.
Wow.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, realistically speaking, I've had a number of phones of mine stolen, and I don't even bother to report it because I know that there's no chance. If there is, it's very little chance that that phone is going to get recovered. So for me, it's a waste of time. Going to the police station, writing a report, and getting an RRB number, knowing very well that these guys are not going to call me back to say, we got your phone.
Yeah, you're quite correct. But if you have a sex tape that comes out and you haven't reported, it then works against you.
So the moral of the story is if you keep sex tapes in your phone and the phone gets stolen, you must make a report.
Yes. So basically, in this case, because the issue of pornography or sex tape has not only been penalized in terms of the Cyber Protection Act, but it was penalized through the Censorship Act. So going on media reports, because I haven't seen the papers, I don't know what's actually before the court, more likely she might have issues to explain because if the video is actually her, I don't know if it's her, and I can't confirm legally or for legal reasons if it's her or not. But if she participated in the act, in terms of the Censorship Act, she actually has a case to answer because if it's her, she's participating in this in the sexual activity.
Okay, which brings me to the
clearly while taking a video.
Okay, which brings me to the next question. Is it illegal to record yourself having sex and keep that sex tape in your house? Is that illegal?
That act, if it's private, it's not. No law prohibits that.
Okay.
But then, if it's published, that act itself is considered obscene. So, with the laws in Zimbabwe, an obscenity has a wide definition. this is how that, I think there was a story about a lady who was importing sex toys. So there's no law that says you can't bring this object into the country, not. But then they'll say, we think it's obscene. So you'll have difficulty, say, this is not obscene. So the authorities then say it's obscene, and then a person gets arrested.
Oh, right. Okay. And then moving on to rape. So, you know, I think the way it looks from this issue is that rape was being weaponized because there was the issue of the leak tape plus he raped me. So now, looking at the rape aspect of the whole case, how, in your view, do you think that case would have stuck?
Okay. To begin with, my personal view is that it's you can't weaponize rape because if the rape happened, the rape happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that in itself is a crime.
Right.
Whether the woman then decides to report it a few days later, a week later, the act of rape is the crime, and the law should take its course. If he's guilty, he should be punished.
So what if, for example, the person who's reporting rape is lying? Do they also get the wrath of the law as well? If, for example, you know, I fight with my girlfriend and then she goes and says I raped her, clearly to fix me, but knowing full well that I did not rape her. And then later on finding out that, this is a serious crime, I might have gone overboard, I don't want this guy to go for rape because he didn't rape me, and then try and withdraw it. Can people withdraw a rape charge?
Yes, a person can withdraw a rape charge. The complainant will express their desire to want to have the case withdrawn, and then the state looks at the circumstances of the rape, and then the state has the final decision. So, for example, if it's an adult who wants to withdraw a rape case against her husband, they're married and they think that this is now changing the family and she's moved on, the state might, well, from my experience, will be more inclined to withdraw those cases. But then there are cases where, for example, a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old is raped, and the mother wants to forgive the father or the perpetrator, or they want to settle it. The state more likely won't want to withdraw the charges in that case, given the circumstance that this is a child. But coming back to your issue of whether the law has a way of dealing with that, unfortunately, there isn't a crime of laying a false rape charge, but there is a crime called there is specifically for rape. But then there is a crime of making a false report.
Okay.
Making a false report can be a crime.
Right.
But usually, in cases where someone reports a rape case and then the court finds the person not guilty in circumstances where clearly the girl has made everything up, the guy can sue the girl for damages and file a lawsuit and then get some sort of monetary compensation. But usually, no jail time or visit in those circumstances.
Wow, so this is a disadvantage for guys, right? Because you could be with a girl and then you piss her off and then she says you raped me.
Yeah. No, there have been cases where girls will make up things and then report the case. The guy might spend 2 nights in the cells and might go to remand, but usually the system has a way of dealing with these things, and then the truth usually comes out.
Sure, but after a while,
Right, and then I saw this contract on social media.
Yeah.
So should guys walk around with contracts and get girls to sign before doing anything with them?
It's unique. But my advice would be to guys is that if you just have the inclination that she needs additional convincing, it's wiser to not try. It's wiser not to stray away. Or once you realize that she's uncomfortable, because when you go out and you hear people going out for drinks, and then guys will usually create situations where they'll want to then get into the act with the girl, and then I bought you drinks, or I won't take you home, already once you're in that realm, you could possibly be facing rape charges because for example, even if a couple is in the act and the woman withdraws her consent, the moment you continue, it's now rape.
Yeah. Okay. So,
So at any point that consent is withdrawn, it's now rape.
okay.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Whew. So the woman can, you know what? I'm lost for words. What? Okay, so the woman can withdraw her consent and say "Anchada," and
Yes.
Halfway.
you know, she
Yes,
fire.
The guy is about to
The
come.
blood is rushing.
Three quarters. If she withdraws the consent, any action after that becomes rape.
If she withdraws consent, any action after that becomes
Yes,
rape.
it's not. Becomes rape.
And nalodza buritsa nekukurumidzwa.
Yo.
Okay,
Hey.
so
Yeah.
could that be the case of what happened here with Levels and Shashl, with the report that she gave out that at times I did not want to engage in intercourse with him? It almost felt like rape.
I can't authoritatively say what's before the court, but if we're to take what's going on social media, if the act where it's allegedly Shashl and allegedly Levels, if that is what she's reporting to be the rape act, it will be difficult to prove in a court.
Okay.
Yeah, but then going back again, what they're putting in the papers and on social media, it would appear that there was an act at the beginning where she did not consent. That's not on video. And going by what's on social media, then there would be a case for it.
All right. So before we close off the Levels and Shashl one, so there's different ways that this case can play out. If she withdraws, then Levels walks free. All right.
Correct.
And then what happens to the Data Protection Act thing? Because she hasn't dropped the charges on that. She just dropped the charges on the rape allegations. But on the leaking of the videos, I don't think she has said anything about that. If Levels is found guilty, is that 5 years in prison, or the judge can then decide kuti less than 5?
Yes. So the way that the law works is that once you see that any offense has a maximum of 5 years, it gives you an indication of how serious or how not so grievous an offense is.
Okay.
If an offense has the death penalty, it gives you an indication of how serious it is. If a penalty has a 2-year sentence, maximum 2 years, it then gives you the attitude or the more likely outcome. So going by the maximum penalty, it would be unique if he goes to prison if found guilty, given the penalty provision.
Would he be the first one to go? Hopefully not. But would he be the first under this new act to actually be imprisoned for it?
Oh, the first I've seen. So yes.
Okay, so what's the possibility of there just being an act and not really being followed through? Like, what's the possibility of having a whole act and not following through with it? Maybe like just to give you a little scare to keep you in check.
Yeah, well, so I'll give you context. It's like if, for example, a road accident. Like if a road accident, possibly in some cases, the maximum penalty is 5 years. Because when they draft the laws, they have it in their mind that no one literally goes out wanting to smash people's cars.
Right.
So they then look and then they say, so if it so happens, if we're going to punish someone, it should never be for more than 3 or 5 years. So it's the same with the Data Protection Act, or in circumstances like this. So usually in these cases, people may engage in an act and they're in love, then things go bad. But essentially, it's what's it called? It's revenge porn. like there's no real crime that's done to society. It's two people who got emotional and they now just want to hurt each other. It's unlike when you kill someone and you rob someone from society and you face the death penalty. So they look at the act and they look at the actual crime. So if you want to commit treason, you're facing death penalty. Those are serious crimes. So with these sort of acts, like an accident or these sort of issues, or for example, someone who urinates in public or public drinking, they can tell that there's no real desire to break or harm society.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what then guides them to then give it a lower sentence.
All right. And then there's another one.
Okay. Just quickly, because the producers are flagging us.
I can see, but like we have him here now. Might as well get the answers. There's a man who said he raped a 13-year-old girl, and he was about to be granted bail of some sort. But I think it was bail. Why would someone who raped a 13-year-old be given the chance to apply for bail?
Okay. So once anyone gets arrested, if you get arrested,
yes,
the law already presumes that you're innocent.
All right.
That's the constitution for any crime, treason, rape, or murder. You're considered innocent.
Okay.
And because you haven't been found guilty by a court, and the law considers that you're innocent, already by nature or conceptually, it would be unfair in principle to punish someone and keep them in prison before they've been found guilty by a court. The only reason why someone should be denied bail is that in the course of the trial happening or before the trial happens, this person won't come for trial, they'll run away, or if before the trial they'll try and pay the witness, they'll try and kill the witness. So once anyone faces a crime, you haven't been found guilty. Because if you haven't been found guilty, I'm sure it would be unfair to punish someone before they've been found guilty. So once you keep someone in prison, you're punishing them before they've been found guilty. So that's why in most cases, people get released because they haven't been found guilty. And sometimes some of the cases are weak. So it would be unfair to keep someone in prison for 8 years, then they're found not guilty, then they say, sorry, Shaman, the case was weak, but you're in prison for 8 years. Thank you, bye-bye.
All right, okay, yeah, that's clear. Tungamire Muganiri from Machaya and Associates. This is the podcast lawyer.
The podcast lawyer.
Yeah, so if you ever get
a
guy
now.
accusing you of going to go interview their wife and all that, he is your guy. Thank you very much, Tungamire Muganiri, for that insight. It's very important. All right, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Yeah?
So was he the guy that you called when you interviewed somebody's wife?
Yes, he's the guy who wrote our friend a love letter.
All right.
Yes.
Which friend is this guy?
Nash.
She was her friend.
Who is this?
The friend of the show.
Yeah, that's how we keep it. The friend of the show.
That was very informative. That was a good call.
Yeah, you know. Producers, you were flagging us. Are we done? What's happening? Did we leave out anything, Becky?
No, we're going to talk about that Frank situation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's very important.
Why didn't we ask the lawyer?
You see now.
I mean, it's quite obvious what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the story then?
How the extradition works is, was he going to be sent back to Zimbabwe since he skipped the country?
Yeah.
There's no record of him leaving the country, and there's no record of him arriving.
So
into South
what's the
Africa.
story? Where are we right now? Where are we right now with
The guy has been
friend?
remanded into custody January 9, I think. He's inside. They got him on another charge. He got bail, and they got him on another charge right after.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
So where's the child now? Did the child go back to the
I'm
mom?
not sure now, because I highlighted the mom, because mom is his family.
Right.
Yeah, but she said since it's legal, there's some legal issues, she'd rather not come on the show. But she would have wanted if it was before.
Then she could have said something about it.
She wanted to get her word out there. You know,
Is
so
someone
it's
out
so
to get
unfair.
Frank or what?
This seems very political for me. No?
Political.
Nash, is this not political? Is this like just due course or what's happening? Because he's been in South Africa for a minute, and then
The comments were saying it's karma.
oh, it's karma. Okay.
The comments, not me. The comments were saying it's karma.
Why do we say karma? Why are they saying karma, Nash?
The comments are saying it's coming.
Well,
People don't like Frank?
I think people don't like rich people.
Okay, yes.
That's one.
That's true. That's true. I've seen that. I've seen that.
They don't like you.
No, they love me. They love me. I'm not rich. They love me. But rich people, they have a problem with, right?
Yeah, they have a big problem.
But do you think what he did was cool though?
No,
definitely.
Come
Definitely,
Tawana,
definitely
come
not.
Tawana
No.
in daylight.
All right. So for me,
And the mom hasn't seen the kid for long?
Yeah, you know, a
for
young
me,
mom.
it's
She's a
like
young mom too.
unless if the mother is like in a state beyond,
Not even.
right?
Not even.
And we know the mother. She's
Yeah.
not like that,
Yeah,
right? But unless if it's a case where Mama Chona is not stable, Avasibo, she can't take care of the child and all
But
of
this
that.
was done in
But
like
don't
Hollywood.
kidnap.
This was
Rich
like
people think
Hollywood
they can get away with a
style.
lot of shit.
Yes, they think they can get away with
With a lot of shit. Rich
a
people think they can
lot.
get away with
But-
a lot of shit.
Like, how do you go and
Look at Kanye.
kidnap your own child?
Look at Kanye.
Your own child.
It
How
has
do
to
you
do
do
with the
that?
money. Before he had so much money, he was all right. He was a cool guy. But money makes you think you can do stuff and get away.
No, he does. I mean, he had no right to do that in broad daylight. Mwanamdiki futhi,
Yeah,
underage,
no, you
and
can
you take him
imagine.
away from his mother, and then you don't give the mother access to the
You got a
child.
4-year-old, right?
3.
Imagine 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Imagine when I don't go told one.
No,
At
panofa,
that age.
nofa, panofiwa. Like you can't be doing that.
But Kankas na power. I got into South Africa. So what happens now? So I mean, I guess my comments are out on them. Coma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But also the child grows up messed up though.
Yeah.
The child grows up messed up, I think. Because your dad
Because
kidnaps you.
I don't think he'll ever forget this. Uthi ndakatorwa nadaddy away from mom.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
We had wanted to have Frank on the show,
No, yeah, we did.
but I don't know how it's going to play out now.
No, we'll wait for
But
him.
we would still love to have either Chantel or both of them, actually, so we get both sides of the story.
Yeah, but you think they're
No,
civil?
no, not on the same show.
Not on the okay,
You know, just
separate.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
of course, yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean, so
Alright.
that they tell us their sides of the story or whatever.
Because I thought it was like, that was very ambitious. Both of them.
I mean, we can bring people, right?
We do that.
We try.
You know.
You know, we did
We
that.
try. We try.
Baba Haran and Passion Java, would that be nice? Or those people are actually homies?
And I think they're friends.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean,
Whenever wanungo wanzirana online,
Yeah,
you
it's
know, and
just-
you
I
can
think
tell.
what I-
this-
So like Madam Boss and what's her name?
my titi.
My Titi.
It's imari. What gazira mari nesu, you know what I'm saying? The
vanogona
lights.
kubvuma.
That'd be a nice show.
No, but I got one now. It's not that one. But
No, the both of them.
He's saying both.
Oh.
Yes, he's saying
Like how we had
both.
Enzo
Oh,
and,
that's Sean Paul
and Holy 10.
Sean Paul.
Like that.
Na Akon.
That'd be nice, right? I think.
One show.
But then the last time with 3 women, the comment section was buzzing.
That's good, right?
Well, that's too much noise.
But they were saying too much noise, but the views on that episode is actually
Or the
very
Slay
good.
Queen episode.
Yeah. A lot of people were dissing this one or that one or whatever, but the views, the numbers on there are pretty good. You know, I enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a cool episode. Yeah. All right, so we're running out of time. What's the
Thank you,
story,
Chris.
Becky? Do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think we spoke about stuff that we needed to speak about
Yeah.
today. And guaranteed there'll be more. We'll be back.
Yeah. We're not going to leave you hanging.
We're not going to leave you hanging like cliffhanger stuff. Like,
So don't
no.
forget to like,
Comment
subscribe,
and share.
turn on notifications.
That's it.
The notifications are so cool, especially now when we
Yes.
sometimes drop or not drop an episode.
Yes.
When you have notifications, it makes sure
They'll
that
be like,
you're
like,
connected.
yeah, they're back.
Like they're back. Hopefully, we're going to be back.
Before the end of the year.
No, we will.
We have to be.
We discussed a few things before we started recording, and hopefully,
But not bad, guys. 33 episodes in 56 weeks.
Come on now. Give
Come
it to
on
us.
now.
Give it to us. Come on now. Come on now.
look
Yo.
at Nash.
Not too shabby.
You know
What's
what
the
I mean?
aim though? Like
Come
in a
on.
month, how many episodes would you be like,
Yeah,
no,
but
to get a ball?
33 are my seasons, guys.
My
You know my
seasons.
seasons.
Hey,
But I
season
think-
1, season 2.
You know where the problem is? Is when we started this show, it was just about us chilling, right? We actually don't give a fuck about the guests. If they come, if they don't come, we actually don't give a fuck, right? It's just us chilling.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now we get people saying,
Get
no,
used
we
to
need a guest. We don't. This show is not about guests, right?
Yeah.
If they do come, good for you.
Yeah.
If they don't come, good for you too.
We got Sexy Becky.
You know what I mean?
We got Witty Nash.
Yes.
There we go.
We got P-Loads occasionally when he's not overseas.
Yeah.
And we got
I think we're okay. You know what I mean?
How come you didn't give yourself a name?
See a shot it.
How come you didn't give
fucking
yourself
good
a name?
show. And we've got Bako Media.
Bako
Media in the building.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And he tells me that this episode is being shot in 4K.
Yeah.
So we're going to wait
Yeah.
and see
And see.
I hope it comes through.
if indeed this is
4K.
Okay, you know
What camera? I'm
not
looking at the
You know what I
cameras.
mean?
I'm not
Bako
worried
Media said
about-
4K.
He said 4K.
So
that's not my concern.
You know what I mean?
My concern is the episode airing. Like,
Yeah,
will
when does it
it?
air?
When does it? Air? Will
See what I'm
it
saying?
air?
What's today?
See what I'm saying? Bako Media. You understand what I'm saying?
So yeah, today is Tuesday.
Yes, today's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Until the 2 months. But it's been a month though.
At least by Friday, you know what I mean, or Thursday.
Thursday. Bako Media, is this episode coming out on Thursday? The producers want it out on Thursday because the people who watch this show, some of them don't have data and our shows are long.
Yeah,
so they
and-
want to use the work Wi-Fi
Exactly.
to watch us.
And Friday they knock off early.
So on Thursday they'll
from work.
watch some of us and then on Friday they'll watch us some more.
There we go.
So we have to release this episode on Thursday. Bako Media.
Thank you very much, Marco.
Thanks, Bako.
Yes.
All right,
Nice
so
one.
Thanks, Marco.
Ladies and
That's it.
gentlemen,
Thanks, Marco.
it's the Denny J
J
show.
Show.
Yes.
It's
and
been
we're
real.
out.
Sizohlangana. We out.
Yeah, boy.
The Denny J Show.
zvanga zviri down ta up tauraitirwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean hande
It's time!